Let's see this agent economy wallet in action. So this is the AI agent Claude, and it is connected via the MCP server to the agent economy wallet repo. I'll just show you here. As you go over to developer, you can see the agent economy wallet running as an MCP server. So I'll go back to the new chat and I'll start the TUI for the agent economy wallet. The TUI is already started, and so far the wallet in this whole system is the master funder that we set in a previous video. You can see it has a balance of 10.99. So if I should go over to the documentations, I'll see some capability demo prompts that I can just copy and paste to test the functionality of this system. So let's create a funded agent wallet. So I'm going to copy this and go over to my agents and paste this here. So create a new agent wallet with a label demo agent. So I'll just let me say new agent or my agent, and report the wallet ID and public key, whether it was automatically funded from the master wallet, the Solana Explorer link, and the confirmation that the spending policy was attached. So I'll run this now. Claude wants to use create wallets from agent economy wallets. Always allow. So it seems the wallet has been created. This is the wallet ID. This is the public key of the wallet. The network is on Solana DevNet. Auto funding. Yes, the wallet was automatically funded from the master wallet with 0.05 SOL upon creation. This seed amount covers initial transaction fees so the agent can operate immediately. This is the Explorer link, and the spending policy is confirmed that the DevNet safety policy was automatically attached. The policy enforces a 2 SOL per transaction limit, a 30 transactions per hour, and a 10 SOL total for daily transactions. So I'll open this Explorer link for us to see. You can see it's on DevNet, and we can see here that this is the public key for the master wallet. We can see here that there's subtraction being made, and we can see that this is the initial funding seed for the newly created agent wallet. We can see the public key for the agent wallet, and we can see that there is an addition of 0.05 SOL here. It shows that the whole thing was successful. Let's confirm again by trying to check the balance of this agent wallet. So I'm going to copy this, go over to my agent. So retrieve the full balance breakdown for input for this newly created agent wallet. Include the sole balance and every SPL token the wallet holds with mint addresses and human readable amounts. So let me run this. Always allow. So here's the full balance breakdown for the My Agent wallet. So we can see the public key, we can see the wallet ID. The network is still on DevNet. Okay. The SOL balance is 0.05 SOL. This is the Lamport, the equivalent Lamport. This is exactly the seed amount deposited during wallet creation. No SOL has been spent yet. The SPL tokens. So we haven't created any SPL tokens yet. So there are no XPL tokens. So this is the wallet basically. Now, moving on, I'd like to check this guard reinforcement to see if um, the agent is being blocked by the guard rail policy. So I'm going to attempt to send 5 SOL, but remember we don't have 5 SOL. We don't have 5 SOL. We have 0.05 SOL. So I'm going to copy this public key and fund this with DevNet SOL. So I'm going to go to faucet.solana.com to fund this with DevNet SOL. Paste this here. The amount is 5. Confirm airdrop. Airdrop was successful. So I'll go back to the agent and confirm again the balance with this prompt. So I'll paste it here and I'll run it. So we can see that the balance is updated. Remember we sent 5 so and now we have 5.05 so. So notably the balance has increased from the initial 0.05 so seed to 5.05 so, meaning an additional so was deposited into this wallet since it was created. There's still no SPL tokens because we haven't created any SPL tokens. So we can see that the whole functionality works. But before we check for the guard reinforcements, I want us to observe the TOI. Let's see exactly what has been happening. So we can see that a new wallet was created called My Agent, and the balance is now 5.05. So we can see that the recent activity, the master wallet funded that agent initially with 0.05, and we can see that the wallet was created. So if I should press 2 to observe the wallet, we can see everything. And the total, it shows the total across the two wallets. If I should press 3 to see the logs, and we can see that 2 has been successful so far, 0 has failed. So let's move on to check the guard reinforcement. The guard reinforcement. Let's check if this will be blocked by the policy. So I'm going to attempt to send 5 so from the wallet ID to an address. Wallet policy enforces 2 so per transaction limit. Demonstrate whether the transaction is blocked before it reaches the network and what error is returned. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this here. So I'll look for a recipient address. I'll go over to, let me send some to myself. Let me see whether the balance will be updated or whether it will be blocked by the guard reinforcement. So currently in testnet mode. Okay. I'll send to this account and I'll copy this. Copied. So I'll go back to my agents, replace this placeholder with an actual wallet address, and get this wallet ID, which is this of the wallet we just created. I'll paste it here. So I'm going to attempt to send 5 so. So remember we have a balance of 5.05 so, and then the you can see if you remember the spending policy is 2 so per transaction, and now we attempt to send 5 so. So let's see if this will work. Always allow. Okay, I think we're getting a result. So the transaction was blocked before it even reached the Solana network. Here's the full breakdown. Rejected by the policy layer. This is our agent's ID, and this is the research recipient address we just checked, and the attempted amount was 5. So the policy limit is 2. So policy violation transaction values transaction value. This is 5 so exceeds maximum 2 so. What this demonstrates: pre-flight enforcement. So before the transaction is signed or broadcasted, no RPC call was made, no fees were consumed. The wallet's balance remains untouched. Transaction level precision. Named policy. So the policy enforces the limit in Lamports, leaving no room for rounding exploits. The violation references definite limit by name, giving a clear audit trail of which policy rule was triggered. To successfully send so from this wallet, each transaction must be 2 so or less. Okay, this is all the suggestion. But if we go over to our TUI, we can see that in the log section, two transaction has failed. So transfer basically. Okay, it seems the agent tried it 2 times, and we can see that it's so transfer. Transaction value of this exceed this, so it couldn't work at all. Then if we should still check the TUI, then I'll go over to wallet. We can see that the balance still remains 5.05 so nothing was sent at all. This showed that the whole transaction policy, the whole guard reinforcement is working. Do you remember our little illustration on the policy engine card rule? Let's assume our AI was hallucinating, although I made this hallucinated, and it tries to execute send so. In this case, the amount was 5. We can see that the configured guardrails quickly stepped in because it checks the daily limit as 2 so. Daily limit is 2 so. The requested is 5 so. So the action was quickly blocked even before it got to the whole DevNet sending stuff. So we can see that the action was blocked. It didn't even get to the encrypted key store, and it returned a policy violation error that it exceeds the limit of 2 so, just like we saw with the agents. So this is the error. This is the error. So there are other instructions or prompts that can be sent to the agents. So we can list or manage wallets. We can inspect the wallet's policy and usage. We can send so from one wallet to another. We can, write an on-chain memo, create an SPL token, transfer SPL tokens. Let's just see one more. Let's try to send so from our newly created wallets to the initial recipient address that which is this guy. So I'll copy this guy. But before that, we have to check the balance of the initial recipient address. Let's see exactly what we are working with. And the wallet ID is, of course, my agent's ID. So let's send one so 0.01 is let's not be selfish. So let's send one so. So if I should go back to Phantom Wallet, so I can see that um, this is the address. and we just have 8.72. So yeah, so we should be expecting 9.72 so at the end of this transaction. So I'm going to send this. Okay, the transfer went through successfully. So we can see that from our agent's public key that one tool has been sent to this recipient address, to my address. This is the transaction signature, and we can view this on the Explorer. But before that, okay, so we can see that this is the balance remaining. So we'll check all this. But first of all, let's check if I was credited. And immediately it displays that I've been credited with one. So if I should go back to the TUI, I can see immediately that my balance is now 4.04, that one soul has been deducted. So if I should check the logs, I could see a sole transfer, and this is the transaction signature.